Hello. Welcome back to another video. Today we have woke business bandsmen and instantly regret it. And before we get into this, I noticed that I may have gone a little too hard on my last video when we got to a certain point. I feel like y'all will, if you all saw that video, y'all will know exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like I came off a little strong, and I didn't realize that until I got to work, and I was like, shit, because the video had become published, and I was like, oh crap, I can already see the comments. But yeah, I know I came off a little strong. It hit me while I was at work. I get it. And I know it can come off as a little misogynist, which wasn't my intention. It just felt like I blah 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 blah. It's just that in the heat of the moment, your boy got a little heated. He got a little heated, you know. And I may have used the extreme sides of the examples, and that I know that came off as very misogynistic. I just wanted to address that real quick. I know how it came off. I know it looks bad, and that was so not my intent. But I can't change it, can't go back and edit it. I can't go back and undo what I said. I said what I said, and I meant it. It's just that I probably could have worded it a little bit more nicely. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this video. Let's quit worrying about the past. Happy New Year's all. I hope 2025 is way better. And if not, just remember, the tears we shed in 2025 shall lube the cheeks we clap at. I said that wrong. The tears we shed in 2024 shall lube the cheeks we all clap in 2025, regardless of who you are. So yeah, let's get into it.
A photo from a recently opened women's only nightclub opened up.
Oh boy.
Look, buddy.
It's all empty.
Just a bunch of girls sitting
on their phone, brain rotting through the TikTok.
At each other.
Holy shit.
Because you know who pays for the bottles?
Men pay for the bottles.
If your makeup costs more than the date, you're not going. I thought y'all put makeup on for yourselves. Also, it's not our fault if you're too insecure to leave your house.
I want to touch on this real quick because I saw a video and someone did the math. They were like, oh, because like there was women are doing this weird shit. Not all women, obviously, before the all police come and get me, but you know, some women, a lot of modern day women, like to make up this weird fucking thing of like, oh, we're putting on all this makeup and it's expensive makeup, so you have to treat it to like a fancy 5-star dinner. And it's funny because someone did the math of how much they're actually using, like use per value type shit, and the amount that they use as opposed to what the meal they should get is like the price of a Big Mac in California. Which was, and that just reminds me every time I see these women like, oh, I'm using this makeup, this foundation, it's $200 foundation, this eyeliner, that's $500, this, and this. And then someone did the math, and it's like, okay, well, you're only using like less of an ounce. So then they do the math of like how much it is, how much the price would be ounce per bottle, and everything like always ends up being like either like less than $1.50. Like $1.50 is like the max for like the more expensive ones that they use, but totaled it's like the price of a fucking Big Mac at McDonald's. and the dude ended by saying, yeah, all that makeup is actually worth like a Big Mac. And I always just think of that whenever I hear these women on like these videos being like, oh, we're using all this makeup, we deserve the best of the best. It's like, A, no, and B, fuck off.
House looking natural and have to alter the way your face looks so that you can feel secure enough being seen in public. That's really tough.
Women in this country still make 77 cents on the dollar for what
No,
men
they
make.
don't.
So if
I hate that shit.
Actually,
no, they don't.
If you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that.
Wait. Well, don't tell me the reasons why. Do women make less than men for doing the same?
Don't tell me the reasons why. Just shut up and agree with me so I can prove my point. That's all I'm hearing from this woke modern day feminist. Guess what? Women don't earn less than men. They just work less and work less they work less hours and they work jobs that pay you less. Okay? You don't see women out here being garbage men. You don't see women out here being concrete mixers. You don't see women out here handling hazardous waste, which are the jobs that pay more because they need to pay more for hazardous pay. There needs to be an incentive to do these hazardous jobs. But women don't do these jobs. They want to be teachers. They want to be nurses. A few of them want to be engineers and doctors, which is totally okay. But that's the few. And the many outweigh the few. And then they hop on. And then there's women like this who just want to nag and moan that women are paid less. It's like, no, they're not. Because if women were paid less, men wouldn't have jobs anywhere because they would only hire women because they would have to pay them less. Plus, paying a woman less is illegal in every state across America. Like, if you pay someone less, that's discrimination, which is illegal. And corporations know that it's illegal, so why would they do it and risk getting sued?
No, because
Well,
for example, men work an average of 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more. Women want more flexible
this is not a math is hard.
No. Yes, it is. Actually.
Right now, women are making 77 cents on the dollar. For what men are making. So
but that's not true. If so,
let Rachel make her point.
Every greedy businessman.
Let Rachel make her point. How about you shut up, Sim?
Yeah,
that's literally what I said.
I love how passionate you are. I wish you were as right about what you're saying as you are
what the
passionate
fucking
about
video?
it.
Notice how she tried to stop him from explaining what is
But yeah, it's fucking wild, dude.
actually
Like
taking place.
they'll
At first glance,
they
it
won't
might seem
look at the
like women are getting
statistics
paid
for
less.
shit.
But if we take a deeper look, you will quickly realize this discrepancy is due to men on average working more hours and choosing higher paying jobs.
Yeah.
So this college student was randomly accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend one day. But although he was quickly arrested, even without any evidence, a single selfie actually saved his life.
Oh, I remember
CJ's
seeing
girlfriend
this.
had dated Faith Cox several years ago in high school. But despite never even talking to her since then, Faith just claimed out of the blue one day that CJ had broken into her house and attacked her with a box cutter.
What the fuck?
She had a really detailed story and even had real cuts on her chest and real damage to her house. So police simply just arrested CJ without even questioning him. Although he had a solid alibi,
that's
he was soon
wild.
discharged with the crime. To his horror, he could serve
I bet this happened in a liberal blue state. Holy shit. And even if it didn't, this is so fucking disgusting. This is why you shouldn't believe all women, in my opinion. Because women can lie and people will take that shit at face value. Like, y'all remember that one bitch? She was like morbidly obese and she was walking around claiming that multiple men had raped her and sent all those men to jail. And then it turns out that none of those men had actually done anything. And this was like years into their sentence that she made it all up to get those men thrown into jail. She didn't even know these men. She just straight up just went and accused them of rape, which is fucking disgusting in my opinion. They should if you accuse someone of sexually assaulting you or assaulting you in any way, and it turns out to be fake and that you made it all up, you should be thrown into jail for the maximum sentence. Because that shit is horrible. You're essentially destroying some dude's life. And it's also not just a man thing. Like, if a woman gets accused of the exact same shit and she goes to jail because of it, even though she's innocent, the accused, whether it's a man or a woman, the accuser should be the one to finish out that sentence on top of carrying out their own sentence. That's my stance
up
on
to
this.
99 years in prison if convicted. But although he was depressed for months, that's when Faith suddenly made a mistake in her story. You see, she claimed CJ had attacked her on September 20th at 7:20 p.m. But CJ's mom actually just so happened to have taken a selfie of them at that exact time. Since the selfie was taken at 7:02, more than an hour away from Faith's house, it was impossible for CJ to have committed the crime. CJ's lawyer said that if Faith hadn't chosen the specific date where there was a selfie, CJ would have likely been convicted since it was his word against hers. It was eventually discovered that Faith had actually done all the damage to her body and house herself, but she was only required to pay $2,000 to CJ as punishment.
That is so stupid. She should be the one to be thrown in jail, dude.
As guilty, rather than innocent until proven guilty. But it also shows how much of a failure the court system is, particularly when it comes to handling situations between men and women.
Yeah, I thought it was innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent.
Where he could spend the rest of his life in prison just because one of his ex-girlfriends claimed he did something. And
yeah, that's fucking wild, dude.
She got a slap on the wrist and got away with it.
How much do you want your wedding to cost?
Oh boy, here we go.
Say the number, we know, come on.
I want 2 weddings. I want one here and I want one abroad in South Africa.
Okay, so roughly done the cost.
Okay.
I haven't done the course.
But roughly.
Probably like 600k. Probably even.
600k? Bitch.
What currency are we talking about?
Pounds. Probably like 500k.
A wedding.
A wedding for 500k.
Wedding.
Yeah.
Wedding.
How much?
You're trolling me.
Why am I going down?
You're
10K.
How much do they cost?
A wedding.
Yeah,
10K
my dress,
max.
My bridesmaids, my car, my
Bitch,
people,
fuck
my
your
hair,
bridesmaids.
my ring.
God damn, what a sense of
I always
entitlement.
find it funny that the ones that men need to avoid will out themselves by saying something ridiculous like this.
Yeah, that is a huge sense of entitlement, dude.
That weddings should cost $600,000.
Like, holy shit.
What I do know is no man with.
Here I thought all the crazies were only here in America. I guess crazy runs worldwide, huh? Like, goddamn, 600k for a wedding? Like, I'm sorry, is your head game that good that you think it costs 600 fucking k? 600,000 pounds? Like, goddamn, that shit better be fucking, that head game better be like a hydraulic fucking press. With how good it is, it better be able to squeeze the life out of a dude. That snatch better be fucking, you know, the tightest fucking shit out there. I hope she knows how to cook gourmet 5-star meals as well, you know? 500, 600k. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Anything to do with her and her overpriced.
God damn.
Guys, this is bad. They are onto us.
Oh no. Wait, what does that say? When you find out that society is built around a man's hormone cycle 24 hours while women have a 28 to 31 day hormone cycle. What?
Because nobody admits anything they've
Wait,
done.
what?
All right, time to come clean. Real talk here. Yeah, that's right. Some time ago, a bunch of men got together and we did it. We completely altered the Earth's rotation in relation to the sun and the male hormone cycle at the detriment of the female hormone cycle. It was indeed all a plot by the patriarchy.
Oh my god,
To be
dude.
fair, if we really do possess that kind of power, shouldn't we be the ones in charge?
Wait, what did his mug say? I can't be held responsible for what my face does when you talk. I want a mug like that. That's where I'd pour my beer in.
World disappear.
Oh god. I'll say this real quick. I fucking dislike the Whatever podcast because they intentionally get the dumbest fucking bitches out there. They intentionally go out of their way to get the dumbest fucking women out there that think they're right no matter what. Because if they had an actual intellectual woman here on the show would be boring and stale because the woman would probably be agreeing with everything that they say. Because she's intellectually smart. And she's not a hoe.
It fails. From lack of proper operation, 94% of operators are men. A2. Everyone has realized that no one will be supplying
fireworks, New Year's fireworks.
Are men.
It's barely 9 o'clock.
With next to no law enforcement, 83% of police officers are men. By that night, backup systems have failed and all utilities shut down completely. No water, no electricity, no gas, no telecommunications. Because women will resort to lighting candles and building.
This is what men mean when they say men run the country. When men say men run the country, we mean we work all the grueling fucking jobs that are required to run a country. We're the electricians. We're predominantly the electricians. Not all of us, but a majority of us, like in the workforces that I'm about to mention, like they're predominantly men. Electricians are predominantly men. Plumbers are predominantly men. Concrete mixers are predominantly men. Construction workers are predominantly men. Like all the jobs that it takes to run and to build and run a society are mostly done by men. But women, when they say, "Oh, men run the country," what they say is that, "Oh, men are in charge and they oppress women." It's like, no, honey, we built the world and we built the country to protect women from the dangers of the outside. We didn't suddenly one day start building houses because we were like, oh yeah, we're men, we deserve houses. No, we started building houses because we wanted to protect our future wives from danger so that they wouldn't get mauled by the fucking tigers or the bears or the woolly mammoths back in the fucking caveman days. Saber-toothed tigers out here mauling men, women, and children. So guess what? We built houses, we built huts, we built tents. Like, all this so that women could be safer and kids could be safer. And it's so weird that women, like, choose to, not all women, obviously, but these modern day women, these entitled modern day feminist women, choose to ignore that.
Makeshift open pit fires for heating and cooking, leading inevitably to building blazes, which in the absence of almost all firefighters, 89% of which are men, day 3. Apocalyptic scenario. Fires that had started the previous evening are still raging across cities worldwide. Think of smoke as compounded by rotting garbage and human waste, which, in the absence of water pressure, has been often just dumped outside of buildings. Millions of women by this point have already
Rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you do?
Oh my god. Damn, with that big ass forehead, those spaced out eyebrows, that big ass nose, those big ass lips, and those sunken in eyes, you think you're a 10? Baby girl, you're a 3 at most.
To reality.
No, I'm in reality.
No, you're not.
No, you're not in reality.
You're not.
I love this man, by the way. This dude's my nigga. This dude, the Negro right there. He my Negro. Cause he just roasts the shit out of all these entitled women. Like, my nigga right there. Fucking love this dude. He's fucking hilarious. He always just roasts them and gives them a reality check. And then they're like, nuh-uh. And he's like, oh, really? You want us to go back again and list off all the reasons why you're wrong?
Here's some crazy research.
My Negro.
A third of men, 33%,
anyway.
A little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner.
That's what I think it is.
The same study said that by the year 2030, that 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single. So I've got a question for the men, because I see it all the time in my comments. Most of my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking, we like our peace.
What the fuck happened to her mic?
This has everything to do with a man's desire.
Oh, it is this woman. Quick little... I don't have much respect for her anymore because she essentially sponsors a dating app called Duet. And she's appeared in commercials for Duet, singing praises for Duet. But if you go ahead and look at the reviews, it has the exact same issues that every other dating app has. Bots, fake accounts, women only on there to promote their Instagrams. Then once you go to their Instagrams, you see an OF link. And that's what every dating app has devolved to, which sort of sucks ass. You know? Obviously, not all of the women on there are trying to do that, but yeah, I remember seeing her on Instagram, just seeing her suddenly slide in for a duet app and for the duet app ad, and I was like, really, you, the woman that's supposedly advocating for men, are on a dating app promoting a dating app? I feel like you of all women should not be promoting a dating app. Not because she's taken or anything. I mean, you can see the wedding ring right there. But because she's always been advocating for men. And it's like dating apps are not good for men nowadays, in my opinion. But anyways, that doesn't invalidate her opinions and whatnot. That's just my opinion of her. Like, she's still advocating for men, which I think is a really good thing. But it's just that a little bit of respect has been lost. Just a smidgen, not enough for me to be like, she's a woman, she doesn't deserve to have a platform. Just enough for me to be like, all right, I guess that's a little weird that you're out here promoting a dating app.
Desire for peace.
But anyway, let's rewind and see what she says.
This has everything to do with a man's desire for peace.
Yes,
because
preach,
men are
queen.
expected to give within a relationship. But then the second that he needs something or he's vulnerable, he's made to feel weak. And instead of finding out that he does have a ride or die kind of woman, he finds out that he really just has a woman that was only there for what he provided to her. And that hurts, leaving men to only want to put that effort into themselves and instead creating a life that is full and peaceful on their own.
Another episode of What Men Say.
Oh shit. Yeah, like I feel the exact same way. Like I've said in other videos, I've been used and abused emotionally, physically, and financially, and as well as verbally and mentally. But yeah, it sort of just leaves you just not wanting to date anymore. It sort of just leaves you with this attitude and mentality of like, what's even the point? I might as well just chill by myself and die alone, you know? Why even bother putting myself through all that shit again just for an off chance that they might actually not be this way? When unfortunately, this is also dependent on where you live. Keep that in mind. This isn't everywhere. I want to iterate that. But I live in California. And the California mentality for a lot of these women, not all of them obviously, but a lot of them is, what can you provide for me and what can you give me for the bare minimum that I can give you? And to be honest, oh boy, that's pretty fucking like, it's very demoralizing. Like, I get on these dating apps and like every other picture of a majority of these women is like them on a boat or on some yacht, or them like just a shit ton of bikini pictures, or them at raves wearing the skimpiest clothing, and I'm just like, this isn't what I'm looking for, and I wish, and like it's a majority of these women. Very rarely do I see like a nice, modest woman that I'm like, shit, I could wife her up if I got to know her and we have some of the same interests. Majority of the time, it's like, oh, great, here's another party girl that just wants to go out. Which is funny because I saw like this one girl, her profile wasn't that bad. Then I went to go see her Instagram, and that was fucking a huge mistake. But I want to go see her Instagram. The first video I click on, it's a video of her like with the little voiceover that says, "If my man doesn't want me going out, then he isn't the one for me. If he's out here telling me what I should and shouldn't be wearing, he's controlling and he's insecure." And I was like, all right, you're a headache. That's why you're single, because you're obviously a fucking headache and you bring no peace to a man. I was like, there it is. There's the entitlement. Well, and in that exact same video, she was putting on like this skimpy ass dress and shit and doing like this overly extra makeup. And I was just like, oh man. I was like, damn, I really thought you were cute and shit, and I thought you might be somewhat normal. Then I see that shit and I'm like, slowly giving up on dating apps and shit. And I don't go out because going out gives me fucking major anxiety. Like driving to work literally just gives me a shit ton of anxiety, let alone going out. But yeah, let's continue.
Wonderful. I know I can't wait.
I love this woman.
Wonderful.
I love this woman. She is so funny, especially with her I don't want to say monotone, but with the tone of voice that she has, it's always so great.
I know I can't wait. I want a woman who brings me peace. The translation: shh. Don't challenge my behavior. Don't call me out.
That's not what that means. What the fuck?
Shut your mouth, smile, and act like a Stepford wife. See, here's the problem with that.
What the fuck is a Stepford wife?
Speaking, most men aren't the ones that speak with double or hidden meanings behind their words.
Yeah, men are very blunt.
When a man says that he wants his partner to bring him peace, that's exactly what he means.
Yeah.
That does not mean, however, by implication, that they're not open to criticism if it needs be given. Every person should be open to be able to improve upon who they are.
Yeah.
And an individual can give another person criticism or encouragement in certain areas without disrupting that individual's peace.
Yeah, we have a... Wait.
Just that some out there don't really seem to know how to do that.
Yeah, we have a word for that. It's constructive criticism. We don't want to be criticized, but we also don't mind constructive criticism. Like, shit, dude. Like, oh my god, it's so weird. It's always these entitled women that think that they know what a man truly means. Like, they know the inner workings of a man's mind. And it's like, you don't know jack shit. Because you think this is all from your point of view and from the slop you're seeing on TikTok and the little echo chambers that you form around yourself. Men want peace. We want peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of body, peace of soul. We just want peace throughout in our lives and our entire aspects. Like, yeah, obviously you don't need to be like, we don't give two shits if you're like we don't want a fucking servant like all these women say. We just want someone who's there for us, who's kind, nurturing, and caring, and will put in the exact same amount of effort that we put in without making it some huge ordeal, like it's some weird monetary exchange, you know? And it's just like, it's just common sense, man. It's just common sense, and I don't get how some of these women don't have common sense. It just baffles me, honestly. But anyways, let me know what y'all think of today's video. Again, Happy New Year. If y'all want a shameless plug, by the way, if y'all want to catch me live, I do stream. I'm gonna try to stream every day this year when I get home from work. But that also varies depending on the time, because my work schedule is very iffy because I work in a warehouse, and it's I won't go into any more details about that. But yeah, my schedule can vary. Sometimes I'm home by 10, sometimes I'm home by 8, sometimes I'm home by 6. It all just varies, but for the most part I try to stream like latest from like 10 to like 2 in the morning PST. 10 p.m. to 2 in the morning. If I get home earlier, I do try to stream earlier. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.